There is no glory in being poor. But when the president of a nation is poor, in comparison to other heads of state, it is a powerful statement. It suggests integrity and selfless service to the people. Former president of Uruguay, José Mujica, attracted worldwide attention with his simple life. He drove an old Volkswagen and opted for farmhouse rather than the luxurious mansion that presidents of the country are meant to live in. In 2010 his net worth was $1,800. The value of his 1987 Volkswagen Beetle. In the United States, Harry Truman was among the poorest US presidents, with a net worth considerably less than $1 million. His financial situation contributed to the doubling of the presidential salary to $100,000 in 1949. In addition, the presidential pension was created in 1958 when Truman was again experiencing financial difficulties. Both those examples are from outside Africa. So, have we ever had poor presidents in Africa? Where we know that even the poorest nations have super rich heads of states who treat public coffers like their personal property. There are indeed very few presidents in Africa who have been poor. But they exist. Thomas Sankara quickly comes to mind. His net worth would cause most African presidents to cry. The late president of Burkina Faso took over in 1983. And he set in motion a new ethos of responsible and accountable spending of public funds by government officials. His country prospered like never before. But Africa has powerful enemies, and it is therefore hardly surprising that he was assassinated in 1987. His successor quickly reversed all the good work Sankara had done. When asked why he didn't want his portrait hung in public places, as was the norm for other African leaders, Sankara replied, "There are 7 million Thomas Sankaras." He also lowered his salary to $450 a month and limited his possessions to a car, 4 bikes, 3 guitars, a fridge and a broken freezer. Also, immediately after taking power, Sankara auctioned off all the German luxury vehicles that made up the fleet of the ruling elite. He replaced them with the cheapest car in the market then, small Renaults. But it is the nation of Tanzania that has the distinction of producing at least 2 selfless leaders. Let's start with founding father Julius Nyerere, who voluntarily left power in 1985. He did so when such a move was unheard of in Africa. As the military went to officially bid him farewell, at his rural home, they were so embarrassed by what they saw, that they quickly built him a presentable house. Ironically, he hardly got to live in it before his death in October 1999. Nyerere stands out as one of the greatest sons of the continent. He left behind a nation united and without tribalism. Just to bring this achievement into perspective, Tanzania has over 120 tribes. Neighboring Kenya, where tribalism is rampant, has only 41. Now, what was Nyerere's net worth? It is difficult to trace any asset he owned save for the house, built for him by the military, and perhaps some of the gifts showered on him, at his retirement, by Tanzanians. Nyerere therefore has to rank as one of the poorest presidents ever. And in a nation that is also mineral rich. Clearly in his 23 years at the helm, he had no time, nor desire, for anything else, other than to serve his people. Tanzania's 5th president John Pombe Magufuli seems to be following in the footsteps of Nyerere. He has made public his monthly salary of $4,000. In all his years of public service serving, where he also served as cabinet minister, Magufuli has remained a simple man. His fight against corruption and wastage of public funds has been consistent. So much so that once as a cabinet minister he was poisoned and almost died. It is suspected that the attempt on his life was by one of his many enemies, blocked by Magufuli, from raiding public coffers. Magufuli is a controversial leader and has been heavily criticized for human rights abuses. But whatever his other weaknesses may be, getting rich on public funds is definitely not one of them. Adama Barrow is Gambia's current president, who has been in power for the past 4 years. He has been able to tirelessly work his way up the ladder, having worked as a security guard at some point in his life. His monthly salary is about $3,585, whereas his current net worth is about $1.2 million. He is 55 years old. Sahle-Work Zewde is Ethiopia's president. She is the first woman to ever be the president in Ethiopia. Sahle was elected as the president unanimously on the 25th of October, 2018 by the members of the Federal Parliamentary Assembly. Her monthly salary is about $3,690 and her current net worth is about $900,000. In conclusion, political office should never be about making money or getting rich. Hopefully going forward we shall see more selfless leaders on the continent. Do check out Chris Kumkucha's latest video about a shocking prediction that suggests Kenya's next president will join the small ranks of selfless leaders on the continent.